Alright everyone, welcome back to another replay analysis. So today I got two things I want to cover before we go in to watch the replay. Firstly, I managed to reach Immortal recently, so I feel pretty happy about it. It's something I've been wanting to do for like a very long time. What this means is that I'll probably be streaming regularly now. Once I work out the streaming schedule, I'll just let you guys know, and if you want you can just tune in and finally watch some Immortal level Dotes. Secondly, today we're going to be checking out Brewmaster Offlane replay by Smash, because I think someone requested a Brewmaster replay analysis the other day, and also personally my Brewmaster really sucks. Just check out my stats right here. Yeah, like I have like 17 wins, 15 losses throughout. I don't think I've played a very good Brewmaster, so I think this hero has a lot of potential for team fighting. So it's a good hero to learn as an offlaner. So we're gonna check out how Smash does this. Cause we're gonna do the usual replay analysis stuff. We're gonna try to predict his movements in the game, his decisions, and analyze his skill builds, item builds, and all that good stuff.
Your turn to battle. Prepare for battle.
So we're gonna start off by looking at his enemy lineup. We've got Abaddon, Lion, Bat, Storm, and Troll. So we have some serious crowd control from Lion and Bat. We've got Storm, who is very hard to catch, especially because the only hard disable they have is Winter's Curse, Disruption, and a Light Strike Array. All of which are pretty hard to land. There's no like instant hacks or anything. Troll, of course, is a lot of physical damage, and Abaddon can save people with the shield and the heals. So most probably he's going to be against like a Troll safe lane together with a Lion, maybe even an Abaddon. So it's definitely going to be a pretty hard game. And because of that, he started out with plenty of regen. He's got 2 Tangos, a Healing Salve, and Ironwood Branch that you can eat for the additional regeneration. And he's being past a ward, probably gonna like block a camp or something with this. And he's got a Stealth Shield. So we'll see what he does right now. So, Brewmaster isn't exactly the most tanky of heroes. He only has like 1 armor. So it's probably gonna go for like Drunken Brawler so that he can at least dodge like attacks. Probably not Thunderclap, so we'll see if he goes for this. He actually puts the ward in front of the tower there. Interesting. Actually, I have no idea why some players do this. Like I've seen people put this ward before. Like I think I've seen Universe done it before. Let's see. Let's try to think about it, guys. So if you put this ward here, Fog to the Radiant. Okay, so if you put this ward here, you can see all the way until this point. Maybe you can see people TPing in. Alright. This is a lane ward. Very interesting. Alright, we'll see what he does with this. Essentially, right now, this wall only helps you to see whoever's TPing into the tower, and maybe whoever's trying to set up behind the carry when the wave is being pushed in, maybe.
30 seconds to battle.
So regardless, he is now positioning for the rune. Just gonna chill. He's gonna be solo, so we're finally gonna be seeing some solo offlane action. He spots out the Abaddon, who is, as expected, going to be at the top lane. Lion is actually bot, so this would probably make him feel a little bit more comfortable. Lion gets the rune, but he's just gonna die. Yeah, IS Mike feeds for the rune. It's worth it though. So, goes for the block. Just gonna move his mouse back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's the... Oh! Never mind. Yeah, that's it. He screws it up a little bit. Alright, so when he gets to the lane, he's just going to hide in the trees first until he can see the support. And then he pops the Drunken Brawler. And right now, his game plan is, alright, fuck it. This is a very strong lane. I'm just going to go cut the creeps. So that's what he does. Just going to go here, Let's see if he does the double wave. The Abaddon's just gonna follow him and nuke him down. Yeah, he's just going to drag one wave because his reasoning is like he can ideally go here, drag it all the way back here, and then he'll have 2 waves at the 1 minute mark. But because Abaddon is following him right now, and Abaddon can just keep spamming out the mist coil, there's a high chance that he's gonna die before he can get both creeps over to his side. So what he does is he's just going to pull this 1 creep wave, and he's just gonna get easy EXP that way. His Winter Wyvern actually comes out here, which is not ideal because now the Winter Wyvern is just gonna get his suck his EXP. Gets a stick because Abaddon is going to nuke the shit out of him. So now he just moves the creeps right here to establish the new equilibrium. And because he does this, there's going to be 2 waves of creeps that are going to push into the enemy tower. And then eventually this is all going to push back into his team. So he's just going to set himself up for some easy EXP and CS in a few waves. Right now he's just going to deny what he can. Very nice. And then draw a little bit of aggro so that he can last hit better. So see, he clicks the troll and then the creeps just follow him right here. Pretty standard trick. He needs to worry a little bit about the HP levels, because he's not yet level 2, so he can't really contest this. He needs the level 2, then he becomes a little bit more threatening. Alright, now that he's got a thunderclap, but still pretty low. He's got a stick, so maybe that's what he's waiting for. Abaddon denies himself because that's what Abaddon does. He's actually being very aggressive, so he's now just running down the troll here. And he's just gonna solve up and come back. So Drunken Brawler actually has oh no, never mind. I was about to say Drunken Brawler has a pretty low cooldown, but he wasn't ready for it. And now he's just man fighting up against the troll and the Abaddon. He's just doing whatever he can to shove the wave in, because he wants this wave to die under the tower so that he can either cut the next wave or he can just make the wave push back into him eventually. So that's the trick. When you're up against safe lane and your wave is pushing into them, you just want to shove the entire wave in ASAP so that you can make it die under the tower, their wave will come back to you, and then you get like easy double wave of EXP. Alternatively, while they are preoccupied with dealing with your creeps under the tower, you can just go and pull some creeps for yourself as well. So this is actually a good play to give yourself more options in the lane, especially in like a really annoying lane sorry, of troll and Abaddon. So right now, he's got this wave here. Winter Wyvern has done the side pull, which is a good job. So he's just going to take this all the way in front of the tower here. And get some easy CS. So Dragon Brawler actually helps you with getting some CS because of the crit. But one thing about it is you move like faster and then slower and then faster, so
Dire's middle tower is under
it could
attack.
actually screw you up quite a bit. So that's just something to keep in mind. Oh, Lina actually comes in for a gank. And he's just gonna clap. Drunken Brawler. And smack. And smack. Wow, that's a very nice 2 kills. So very good rotation for the Lina over here. Managed to get 2 kills on the top lane. Fortunately, he gets cucked by the fortification, so his Thunderclap doesn't actually get the creeps. Ideally, they're gonna shove this in so that they can get the runes and just line up.
Radiant structures are fortified. Don't mind if Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He actually picks up a bottle instead of shrining up. I think bottle is okay on Brewmaster since you can pretty much get like keep your health and mana topped up. Cause you do spam quite a lot of spells. In fact, all of his abilities are pretty spammable. One wants to be a little bit careful here. Storm is diving now that he's level 6. So his Winter Weapon is dead. Just gonna go Shrine up right now. He's got 10 stick charges, so technically he can fight. He checks the Storm's mana levels, so knows that he can't really take a fight right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under
So
attack.
actually, the enemy team is now really pressuring this tower hard. So they're just gonna lose this. I don't think his team is in a position to contest or anything. Let's check out the net worth in a moment. He's not doing very well at the moment. Uh-oh. He needs to pop the stick and back off. So they lost the tower and now they're still getting pressure in this lane. His team should probably rotate about now. Use the Thunderclap for the CS.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So at least after they've taken the tower, they are just going to leave him alone. And Troll is just probably going to jungle now. So he finally gets like a few waves to himself. To be fair, Brewmaster isn't exactly the strongest laner in the world. So that's why he kind of got punked a little bit in the early game. Right now Troll is back to be annoying. So he just has to Thunderclap whatever creeps he can.
Dire's bottom tower
So
is under
yeah.
attack.
Uh-oh. I think he's just dead, right? No, he's fine. So yeah, that was really very close. Oh, Lina's here. But fortunately, ooh, that's enough. That's actually pretty good.
Dire's bottom tower is
So
under
Lina gets an
attack.
easy kill for herself, carrying Smash ass right now. But I'm pretty sure Smash is just gonna do some carrying and excellent team fighting in a short moment once he got his levels and items. So as usual, he's just catching up on whatever farm he can. As an offlaner, sometimes this happens. Like your early game is shit, but your team makes space for you, and then you can just catch up. So right now he's just going back to base, it seems, picking up his magic wand and a TP. So let's just go skip this. Minor tip number 1, you can actually use Drunken Brawler to get to your fountain faster. And right now he TPs into a fight. Unfortunately, Storm TPs out. Maybe he could have just committed a split and tornadoed the Storm into the air. So there was kind of a failed TP there. So he has no choice but to go back to top. Sees the bat, so he's not exactly very scared of the bat rider. So it's about time the rune spawn, so he's just gonna set up for the rune here. Oh, fortunately he lost the rune. So this game, it really isn't going that well for him right now.
Double damage. Money changes hands.
Now his lifestealer is here. So in the end he decides to go bot
Dire's structures
So this
are
is something I've
fortified.
seen a lot of pro players do as well. Like if they TP into the bot lane, like where their carry is, to gank or respond to a gank, they will leave the lane immediately after, because you need to remember who has farm priority in your game. Like if it's your carry, you want to give it to your carry like all the time. Like I've seen Zai in the tournament games, like he TPs in to help like mid one or Nisha, and then immediately after they get a kill or they fail to get a kill, Zai leaves. He doesn't even attack the creeps or anything. Like he just gives it completely to the carry and he just screws off and goes back to his lane. Or he TPs into the dead lane, which is like bottom lane right now. So that's exactly what Smash is doing. Sees the lifestealer coming to his lane, maybe because he doesn't want to deal with this throw and abandon lane. And so Smash says, okay, fine, that's fine. You're the carry. I'm just going to give you top right now. And then he just gets like TP's back down to bot to farm this, or at least get some EXP out of this. So as offlaner, you gotta take all this unsafe farm. It's your job.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And he's got split, so at least he's a bit more survivable than the lifestealer. All things considered, the teams are still pretty even,
Dire's
so
top tower is
it's
under
not the end of the
attack.
world. There's definitely some way for them to come back into this. So he picks out another TP scroll and he just continues shoving this bottom wave right here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Might even want to think about pressuring this tower a little bit.
Dire's
So he's
bottom
just keeping an
tower
eye out
is
on the
under
minimap.
attack.
When you're pushing towers like this, you always want to keep an eye on the minimap. So you've got like enemies fighting at the top, and then at mid he sees the supports. So he's pretty confident at pushing this in. So you can see that he's caught up with throw on the levels, and that's because he was pretty smart at taking all this unsafe farm, like
Dire's
unsafe farm.
top tower has fallen.
So right now, net worth, he's pretty much okay, on par with the enemy offlaner. So that's good, that's good. Right now mid is getting pressured, so he's preparing to finally team fight with his team. We're gonna see some action in a moment maybe.
I've been watching.
Dire's
So far he
top
hasn't really
tower
joined
is
fights,
under
he's just
attack.
trying to break cover in farm. Okay, so we got a fight coming in. Slow-mo time, so he leads off the Drunken Brawler, Thunderclaps, and then he goes into the split immediately. So he is going to stun up the Storm and then Cyclone the Abaddon in the air, because that's the only way the Abaddon can save his teammates. And then there we go, he's just gonna Cyclone him. Sends the Fire Panda after the Storm. Unfortunately he's like too fast, so can't really kill off the Storm right here. Micros the Storm Panda over to this side
Radiant's
so that he
bottom
can
tower
prevent
is
people from
under attack.
engaging on the Bat Rider. Stuns up the Abaddon again so that he can't save the Storm there. So that's very nicely played. So that's a lot of sick micro there. Let's just go back and check it out again, because I think proper usage of Brewmaster Ultimate is very important.
Radiant's middle tower
Okay,
is
so
under attack.
the fight's gonna break out right now.
Radiant structures
Okay.
are fortified.
Alright, so he identifies the fact that Abaddon is like the most important target to disable, so he uses the Cyclone for that. Normally you will see players using Cyclone for like the carry,
Dire's top
but in this
tower
case
is
Abaddon
under
is the only
attack.
hero that can actually save the Storm, which they want to go on. So in a fight, you want to charge in with Drunken Brawler, you want to Thunderclap to get damage, and then you want to split. So you can see how he is immediately stunning the Storm and then moving the Storm Panda back, looking for the Abaddon. So Abaddon finally shows himself, that's why he turns the Storm Panda around and cyclones him into the air. So imagine if he hadn't done that, the Storm would definitely have survived, but at least they gave themselves a very high chance of getting the Storm dead. Too bad they don't have enough damage, so no worries. Shit happens. Winter Weapon lands a Winter's Curse down on the Storm, and then he uses the boulder on the Abaddon to prevent any more heals. So all around, he did pretty much maximize max like crowd control. He got 2 boulders off, he got a Cyclone off,
has fallen.
And overall, I think that fight went pretty well for them. They got like more gold, they got the storm, and all they lost was the Shadow Demon. So that was very nicely played by Smash right here.
Dire's middle tower
So
has
because of that,
fallen.
he's getting closer to his Blink Dagger or something like that. Let's see what he goes for. So you can see that in a fight, it's very important to identify which heroes are the most problematic and then cyclone them so that they are taken out of the fight completely. And then you can stun up the target that your team is going on. So all around, Brewmaster is like really amazing in that regard. Like there's so much crowd control potential that this hero offers. So he is going for the Blink Dagger, which is very common on offlane Brewmasters. Increases your initiation range. And in teamfights, your main job is just to blink in, maybe Cinder Brew, Drunken Brawler, and Thunderclap. After that, just immediately split. Especially in this game, he didn't exactly get out of the laning stage
Radiant are
very well. So
Stupendous.
he has no choice but to go straight for the blink. Okay, actually he goes for the Midas. Alright, I've seen people do this before. Like, there's two ways you can play this. If the game isn't going well and you have ability to catch up in farm, some people just go straight for the blink and contribute to fights that way. Or some people decide to double down on the recovery of the farm and they just go for Hand of Midas. I know ISSI's favors Hand of Midas a lot. I've seen him do this countless times on his brew. And eventually he goes like Radiance and shit. So definitely viable. I actually prefer this Midas pickup because it allows Brew to farm much faster than he normally can because he doesn't exactly push waves that well. And the attack speed is pretty nice together with the Drunken Brawler as well. So yeah, go Midas Brew, guys. So a fight was about to break out bot, but the enemy team was able to disengage. So another failed TP. So they decided to smoke instead. Alright, so Smash shows himself in lane so that the team can set up for the smoke at the back lines. Lands a very nice Cinder Brew down, so he's just gonna take them down with the burn damage. And he just crits down this poor Lion, slaps him a couple of times with his cudgel. And it's an easy kill for them. Nice smoke kill.
That wasn't even a strong one.
Right now he's just hitting mid a little bit.
Haste.
Just gonna go into the jungle now to eat a creep. Once you buy a Midas, you better make sure that you make full use of it. Like right now, the moment he's off cooldown, he's just gonna eat this Centaur right here. Clink, yep. And then he's just gonna TP top after they take this tower, probably.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
Actually uses Thunderclap pretty liberally to push the
Dire's
waves.
bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, Lina got the troll. And he goes straight into the split. Cyclones the troll. And then they immediately go on the Abaddon.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Okay, so in this fight, they cycloned the troll because troll had his ultimate on. And when he got his ultimate on, he's not gonna die anyway. So one way to get around it is to just cyclone him. Same thing, like when Abaddon is like in his ultimate, you can just like either stun him and then cyclone him. So that's another usage of cyclone that you can do. And right now they're just surrounding Abaddon, and he's actually looking for Bled. Cyclones him into the air, stuns him with the rock, and then it's another kill. So actually this fight was pretty good. Let's go back and watch it again.
Radiant's
Alright,
top
so
tower is under
they're
attack.
setting up for this tower here. Lina is camping in the trees. They see Troll coming out. Lina used the Troll, and then it's gonna be a stun. So immediately Smash goes into the split with the intention of immediately stunning him before he can get the ultimate off. But because he got his ultimate off, he decides to cyclone him into the air, and they turn on the Abaddon here. So he uses the rock.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Did he use the rock? No, he actually didn't use the rock. Okay, so he didn't use the rock here. He just right clicks. Oh, finally he uses the rock. Okay. And then now he sees the bat tipping in, so he chases him down, cyclones him to the air again. So that's another hero that he has crowd controlled this fight. Brings him down with the cyclone, and then tosses the boulder for the final crowd control. And they kill the bat while he's stunned. So this actually really nice team fighting from Smash here, and which is why Brewmaster is so damn strong. Right, so that was pretty good.
Dire structures are fortified.
So you can see that Brewmaster can be useful even without any like items. Like he only has a Midas right now, so definitely a very good hero at you know, playing from behind. You can just join team fights to recover after a bad start, which is essentially what Smash did all game long.
Where's the party?
He just took whatever farm he could, got a Midas, joined some fights, and now he's pretty damn rich. Overtaken the Bat Rider already. And right now he's just going for the Blink Dagger. So Midas Brewmaster, definitely legit. So now that he doesn't really have the ultimate, he's gotta be a little bit more careful, because he doesn't have the lockdown that is required to contribute much to the fights.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh wow, he just deletes IS Mike at the background. Alright. Unfortunately, they lose the Lifestealer who got like crowd controlled for days.
Dire
But that's alright. Alright, we've got another fight going down right here. So, Winter's Curse on the Bat Rider. He's immediately gonna cyclone the Abaddon after this ends. Yep, and then he's just gonna go stun the Storm. Stun the Storm? Or maybe he used the... Oh, maybe... Oh, yeah, okay, he's gonna use the stun. And he's gonna cyclone the Abaddon again. Oh wow, Storm actually got enough mana to get out. Okay, well, this is not exactly the best crowd control chain. Maybe they didn't have enough stuns. I knew Storm was gonna be a problem from the start. So he holds off on the Thunderclap because he doesn't want the Abaddon to regenerate HP. And now that he has Blink, he's just gonna blink up and clap the Lion, smack the Lion, smack him again, smack him again, bam, dominating. So that fight, he tried his best to control as many people as he can, but unfortunately they didn't have enough damage for the Storm, and the Storm got away. But he had the right idea. He cycloned the Abaddon because once again that's the hero that can save the Storm. So definitely Smash is on top of his crowd control priority. Something we can all learn from here. And right now he's just farming. Okay, next item he's going for is a BKB, which is understandable because there's a lot of disables on the enemy team. Storm, Troll, Lion, so all these are pretty annoying for a hero that wants to jump in and start smacking people. So right now he finally upgrades his boots, which is the mana boots right here. Oops, we've got a fight. Alright, let's go back a little bit. Okay, so he's just farming and just farming, and then finally suddenly Bat appears. So Bat lassos someone, but the Shadow Demon was able to disrupt him, and then he immediately blinks in, lands a Cinder Brew, and then goes into the split. Unfortunately, he gets stunned up by the Lion, like almost immediately. He chucks a rock out at the Lion, cyclones the Abaddon again, and immediately goes after the Lion with the Fire Panda. Stuns the Lion again. But his team is already 2 people down, so this is not a good fight to take. So he cyclones the Storm again, and then he immediately backs out, because this fight isn't working out for them anymore. manages to blink out, so that was close. So now he just goes bot and
Roshan
pushes
has
out this
fallen
wave.
into the depths.
Enemy gets a Roche. Farms the neutral creeps along the way. We've seen this a lot of times. When pro offlaners are split pushing like this, they always hit onto the jungle to take a couple of creeps. Unfortunately, Lifestealer gets caught. But they got a very nice Winter's Curse to blow the Aegis, so that's pretty good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bad Rider blinks in aggressively, and then he goes into the split. Alright, so immediately he looks for the Abaddon, gonna Cyclone him, and then he's going to rock someone. Who's gonna rock? He's not gonna rock anyone. Alright. Oh, he's saving the rock for the troll. Alright. And he's gonna Cyclone the Abaddon again, maybe? Yep. And then... oh, they actually kill off the fucking troll. Nice. Alright. And now he turns on the lion. Unfortunately, he's the only guy alive right now, so... he's in a pretty tough spot. Yep, he falls
Radiant's middle
to
tower
the
is
Abaddon.
under attack.
Oh, now Lina is getting crowd controlled, silenced, uses herself. Ooh, Lina's alive! What a player! Nice, alright, so in the end, they did pretty well in this fight, managed to come back.
Dire are scanning.
Stupendous!
Alright, nothing respawns, he's just gonna TP back top.
How many times are you gonna
Uses the Cinder Brew and Thunderclap combo on the creeps so that you can farm it faster. And he's getting a Lotus. Alright, so that's a bit more protection for his cores.
Radiant's
Another fight is breaking out.
under attack.
So he is almost getting his ultimate back up, which is why they're willing to go right now. Lotuses the Lifestealer to purge silence.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And then he goes for the split. Throws the Bat Rider into the air. And immediately goes after the Abaddon here. Cyclones the Abaddon. And then kills him off with a clap. And a smack. Smack. He's dead. So that's pretty good. They clean up the supports. And he's just going back to pushing this mid lane here.
Radiant are
Midas.
scanning.
Yep. And they kill off the bat as well, so that's pretty good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top
So another
tower
reason why you
is
want to
under
use these two
attack.
spells to farm is cause they have like roughly the same cooldown, and Cinder Brew combos pretty well with Thunderclap because you can inflict the burn damage onto the creeps and you kill them off faster.
Radiant's bottom tower.
So once these two
Dire's
spells
top
are at
tower
max level, you
has
can
fallen.
clear waves pretty fast. So it gets a very nice Thunderclap off on the enemy team here, and then they just go after the Lion. And now Troll is all the way alone over here. And they're just gonna prepare to cut him off.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's
So they
top
just
tower
back.
is under attack.
Need to deal with their waves at bottom. Shrines up, goes mid. farms it up a little bit.
Radiant's top
Alright, so now they go for a smoke. Probably gonna go look inside the enemy jungle. Alright, and they see the troll. So he immediately goes into the back lines to try to crowd control the supports. So Winter Wyvern gets a very nice Winter's Curse onto the Storm, who actually gets killed off by his own troll. Cyclones the Abaddon into the air, and then right now they turn on the troll. So they're just gonna bring the Abaddon down soon, and then stun him up. Boom. And they're just gonna take the free kill. And are they actually going to kill the courier? Nope, it gets away. So that was a pretty successful smoke, a very nice Winter's Curse by the Winter Wyvern. And right now they can just take a Rex, I think. So in that fight he jumped straight for the back lines for the clap and then into the split. So that was the right idea. Unfortunately Lion was a bit too fast and managed to stun him, so he wasted like a couple of seconds. So maybe in these kind of late game fights you wanna just blink in and split. Don't want to give the enemy time enough to respond to you. So they're all just backing off right now. Storm is coming back, so he's just gonna do a long zip. So they gotta be really careful. Yeah, they need to back all the way back. Alright, so now he goes for the BKB. So he's just going purely defensive items just to make sure that he can get the split off. And Lion walks up to the wrong neighborhood, sidesteps the stun. So that's very nice.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower.
And he's got his fresh BKB right now. So with BKB, your playstyle kind of changes. You can just switch on the BKB, Drunken Brawler, Thunderclap, and then start smacking people for a little bit until your BKB runs out, and then you can just Primal Split. There's not a lot of heroes that can deal with that kind of late game playstyle. And this allows Brewmaster to actually do quite a lot of physical damage, especially in the late game when you go for like the critical strike damage talent. So in this game he's like going full on the first two talents for survivability, and then 100 attack speed is actually the best one for Brewmaster because it boosts his like physical damage. Unless like it's a really hard game, so you want extra health for your primal split units. Otherwise, just going straight for attack speed and crit at the later game will give you the damage that you lack. He sees the Abaddon here, so he's just gonna pop the BKB and do some kiting. And right now the Winter's Curse deletes the Bat Rider, he cyclones the Abaddon into the air, and then now they turn on the Troll here. Helps out to kill the Lion, cyclones the Abaddon in the air once again, and then rocks the Troll. Cinder Brews, Thunderclaps, and now he's Lotus Ops himself. Just gonna wait until the opportunity to blink in for another clap. Yep. Oh, unfortunately he was a bit slow, so the bat manages to get away. So that was another decent fight, because they made the Bat Rider buyback. And they didn't lose anyone other than the Winter Wyvern. So right now they see the Abaddon. And then he immediately goes for the back lines. Uses the Lotus so that the Storm Lotus himself and is forced to go into the BKB. And right now Bat is caught with the Winter's Curse again. So it's a dieback. And now he's ready to chase. Blink and clap once again, BKB so that he's not able to be crowd controlled by the Lion, and then they're just kiting the troll at this point. He's just making the troll chase him with the ultimate. And it's a triple kill for the lifestealer here. So buybacks from the Abaddon and the troll. Don't think they'll be able to do much.
Money to burn.
Gets the bounty rune, uses the midas.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Tribute to my house.
Alright, so now with this Rose, they should be able to end the game. Woo! So this was a pretty hard game at the start, but they came back with his superior team fighting strategy. Alright, looks like another teamfight's gonna break out right now. Lotuses himself... Lotus is the Shadow Demon actually. So that's why his team was able to break the crowd control chain of the enemy. Thanks to the Lotus. So Cyclone's the troll once again when he's in the ultimate. They chase away the Abaddon so they can't save the troll. And then I think this is pretty much it. It's gonna be GG. So this game is good. He is always able to identify which hero needs to be crowd controlled first, and then prioritizing like the Abaddon and also the troll when he is in his ultimate form. And they managed to win the game. Ooh. Very nice. Oh, okay. So just gonna take a look at the final screen right here and just briefly summarize what he did for this game. Okay, so Smash was up against a troll and a Abaddon, which is a very high harass lane, something which Brewmaster can't exactly survive through on his own, even with like a support help. So in the early game, he used Drunken Brawler to try to get as much CS as he can while avoiding damage. He went for the pull for the second wave, pulled it in front of his tower, but even then his lane still went pretty poorly. So he just passively farmed for a little bit, used the space that his team was able to give him, TP'd to whichever lane was the most dangerous and took the farm there. Eventually he farmed out on Midas. He used his ultimate pretty well to always disable like the Abaddon or the troll. And then eventually he came back, got a Lotus, got a Blink, got a BKB. So purely defensive items that allowed him to do his job, which is just a blink in, Cinder Brew, Thunderclap, smack a couple of bitches, and then use the ultimate very smartly throughout the entire game. And eventually they won this game. Pretty impressive, considering the fact that he had such a shitty early game. So yeah, that was a Brewmaster Offlane, and I'll see you guys in the next replay.